Hello, and welcome back to Skyrim Saturdays with me, Arin, and our aspiring sorcerer and champion of Azura, Nerithor. When we had last left off, we finally purified Azura's star of Marlon Baron, who had somehow made his way in there. Very weird.
This is why you don't invade Skyrim in the winter.
Thank you for interrupting my intro, Caden. I appreciate it. We finally purified the star. Azura was like, hey, you can have this. It's yours now. And we are her champion now, which is fantastic. After that, we made our way to the College of Winterhold, tried to pay the fee. Well, we did pay the fee. We're told we need to go learn a certain spell. Went and learned that spell, came back, and as what Nerithor can only think of as a practical joke, for all to pretend like we had never paid the fee. Don't know what's up with that. So we're going out to explore more and earn that money back and hopefully actually get it this time around. It's gonna take a little bit, I think. Maybe at least a couple episodes to get that money. But yeah, here we are. We're going after a group of bandits who have already detected us.
There's just...
Attack! So you think you
Getting a very exciting start to the video.
just die already, bastard!
There we go. That's one problem solved, like Caden said. Alright, let's take care of the rest of these bandits. Amazing that only the one came after us. Let's see here. Alright, we're gonna continue up the tower.
Someone there?
Oh boy. What? What's going on up there?
I knew your
Oh.
every move.
He's already fighting someone. Oh. Oh, well then. Hang on. I don't want to hurt her.
Sure,
Give
have
up. You
mercy
can't.
on you. I'll have your head.
What's going on? Oh, come on. Shit. Wrong one. Okay.
I have seen the threads of your fate in the twilight.
Against me.
Where are my friends? Where are my friends? Where are my friends?
I'm surprised you lasted this long.
There we go. Great. Alright, let's take his head. No mercy for bandits. Yeah, where were my friends and all that? They didn't do anything. They didn't help at all. How disappointing. Oh well. It's kind of what I've come to expect from the NPCs sometimes with the pathing. Silver ingot. Don't mind if I do. Ooh. And we'll talk to that lady up there in a second. First, we need loot. Okay, we'll take that. What's this? Your health is increased by 50% for 120 seconds. That could be useful. We'll take that. Alright, let's talk to the lady. What's up? What's her deal? Wasn't expecting to find a random Nord woman here. Hello there.
Well, that was embarrassing. Brought to the ground by a couple of weak little bandits. I even had a plan, too. I was going to charge in and catch them off guard. Take all the thinking out of it. Only I tripped on the stairs on the way up. Story of my life.
I admire that approach. That's the way I tend to handle these combat situations. In the heat of battle, things happen. What happened after you tripped?
I nearly fell over the edge before one of the bandits, of all people, pulled me back. Then the two of them started using my face as a target dummy.
Oof.
The sad thing is, if
Maybe
we
you
fought
should
in
wear-
an empty room, I could slay a dozen of these jesters, as clean and easy as the snow and frost fall. But out here, sometimes I feel like I'm fighting underwater. Nothing ever seems to go right.
Have you considered wearing a helmet? Are you okay?
I'll be fine. If there's one thing I can handle, it's a beating. My sister Bertilde always said I was tougher than a mammoth and half as smart. She was a real slaughterfish, my sister. People who are willing to tell the truth when it's cold and hard and naked on a fork. They usually are. It's been a long time since I've seen her or my brother-in-law. Maybe it's time to stop adventuring and come back home.
I mean, you are getting hurt quite a bit. Do you need an escort?
I just need a couple of hours to get my stamina back. I know it's hard to believe given what's happened, but I'm a strong fighter. Hell, people say I'm one of the most promising warriors to come from the Pale in a long time. Someday, I will prove them all right.
I hope you can.
We can talk at length later. But first I want to get back to Dawnstar. I'll be staying at my sister Bertil's.
Okay.
And the name's Tickrid, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Well, if I ever find myself in Dawnstar, I will look you up. Ooh, it is freezing out here. Let's get next to the fire. Jump! There we go. Great. Ah, fantastic. And Caden is having some difficulties over there with the stairs, which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. What time is it, by the way? It's 7:02. It is getting kind of late. And cold. And dark. We could, I guess, make our way back to Winterhold, but I don't know if we should in this blizzard. There's a bedroll here. Maybe we should just make camp for the night and take it easy. I think that's not a bad idea. But first, let's go ahead and look through the rest of the tower, see if there's any loot that we missed. What's this? We got a banner here. Okay, I can't do anything with it. That's fine. Any bandits that we missed? I mean, we got the bandit leader. That's the most important part. But it doesn't seem like we missed anyone. I think that was all of them. Oh, we should check the bandit body that we killed while we were outside. See if they have anything good on them. Yeah, this went really, really well, actually. I'm very pleased. Very pleased. Oh, what's this? Another ingot that I missed. See? It's a good thing that we're double checking. I'll take that. I don't know if we're going to sell the ingots. We might actually turn them into jewelry. Yeah, I killed that bandit. Are you admiring my handiwork? Went pretty well in this fight. Okay, got a little bit of gold on him. Yeah, I think I'll turn the silver ingots into jewelry and sell the jewelry. That'll be worth more money. Plus, it'll give us smithing levels, which is always nice. Alright, I didn't really miss anything in the tower, so, aside from that one ingot. So I think we'll just rest here for the evening. There's a warm fire here. There's a bedroll. Caden can figure something out, I'm sure. Since we're actually gonna rest, let's see if we can't do any reading. We'll get to the reading out of the way early on in the episode. Why the hell not? Let's see what we got here. I guess I could learn Soul Split, but I don't know. I want to do some regular reading. Glimmer Inquiries. Hope of the Redoran. That's something that I think we stated that we were interested in reading, but we haven't really had a chance yet. So let's go ahead. There's also the biography of Baron Zaya. Okay, well,
The
okay.
setting of the sun, meeting the dark of the night. Oh, it's a sight to behold.
I did not catch the last bit of that. All right, Caden, this is gonna be a problem. Hang on. Let's fix this. Okay. What? Oh, god damn it! Don't tell me. God damn it! Alright, well, he's just gonna be like that, I guess. Alright, let's take a seat.
Whatever.
And read, Hope of the Redoran. Hope of the Redoran by Turiel Nerith. One of the few magical arts the Psijics of Artaeum have kept to themselves, away from the common spells and schools of the Mages Guild, is the gift of divination. Despite this, or perhaps because of it, omens and prophecies abound in Tamriel. Some of substance, others of pure folly, and still others so ambiguous as to be unverifiable. There are still other prophecies kept secret, from the prophecies of Dro Jizad and elsewhere, and the Nerevarine and Morrowind, to the Elder Scrolls themselves. The Nord nobility have a tradition of having omens read for their children. In general, these readings are of the obscure variety. One of my acquaintances told me that their parents were told, for example, that their daughter would have her life rescued by a snake, and so gave her the name Serpentkin in a special ceremony. And this young lady, Arya Valkor Serpentkin, was indeed saved by a snake many years later,
Skyrim has become outlaws.
when an assassin creeping on her
Get trade.
stepped on a Danesworm viper. Ooh. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee before we continue. Occasionally, omens seem to be almost purposefully misleading, as if Boethia had crafted them as traps. I recall one particularly. Many years ago, a male child was born into House Redoran. It was a very difficult birth, and the mother was delirious and near death by the time it was over. She chanted just as her son came into the world, and she passed from it. Fortune has smiled this day, not frowned. My child will be mighty in mind and in arm. He shall bring hope to House Redoran. Neither spell nor blade shall hurt the man, nor illness nor poison cause any harm. His blood shall never drop on the ground. The boy, named Andis, was indeed extraordinary. He never was ill and never suffered so much as a scratch all through his childhood. He was also quite intelligent and strong, which, combined with his invulnerability, caused many to call him, after his mother's omen, the Hope of the Redoran. Of course, anyone who is called the Hope of the Redoran will eventually develop some taint of impertinence, and it wasn't long before he had enemies. Taint. Anyway, moment of immaturity over. His worst enemy was his cousin Athen, who had borne much abuse at the hands of Andis. Primary among the grudges was that Athen had been sent to Rihad to complete his education at Andis's insistence.
More than a blade in their spine.
When Athen returned from Hammerfell, it was because of the death of his father, who had also been a counselor of the house. Athen was old enough to take his seat in the council, but Andis claimed the seat as well, saying that his cousin had been gone too long from Morrowind and didn't understand politics as he did. The majority of the house agreed with Andis, wanting to see the Hope of Redoran rise quickly. Athen exercised his right to combat his cousin for the seat. No one thought he had any chance of winning, of course, but the battle was scheduled to commence the following morn.
Oh, bloody horrible.
Why, did I fart or something? What's the problem? Andis hoard and dined and drank with the counselors that night, confident that his place in the house was secured and the hopeful new dawn of House Redoran was rising. Athen retired to his castle with his friends, Andis' enemies, and his servants he had brought from Hammerfell. Athen and his friends were discussing the duel morosely when one of his old teachers, a warrior called Shardi, came into the hall. She had grown quite proud of her son over the years in Hammerfell, proud enough to accompany him across the Empire to his family's lands, and wanted to know why they had so little confidence in his odds in the battle. They explained to her Andis' uncommon blessings and the nature of his mother's omen. Coffee break? Carrying on. If he can't be harmed by disease, poison, magicka, and his blood can never be spilled, what hope have I of ever besting him? Cried Athen. Have you remembered nothing I taught you? Replied Shardi. Is there no weapon you can think of that will slay without blood? Are swords and spears and arrows the only items in your arsenal? Athen quickly realized the weapon Shardi was speaking of, but it seemed absurd. Not only absurd, but pathetic and primitive. Still, it was the only hope he had. All that night, Shardi trained him in the art and techniques, showing him the various swings and stances her people had developed in Albion Gora. Counterattacks, feints, and blocks imported from Yokuda. The classic one- and two-handed grips for the most ancient weapon in history. My prediction is that it's a great club or a great hammer or something like that. The cousins faced one another the next morning, and never had two combatants looked so unevenly matched. Andis' entrance brought a great cheer, for not only was he much beloved as the hope of the Redoran, but as his victory was a foregone conclusion, most wanted to be in good standing with him. His shining mail and blade drew admiration and awe. By contrast, Athen drew a gasp of surprise and only a smattering of polite applause. He appeared costumed and armed like a barbarian. As Shardi had
horrible.
Okay, as Shardi had suggested, Athen allowed Andis to attack first. The Hope of the Redoran was eager to finish the battle and take the power he deserved quickly. The blade pushed by Andis' mighty arm slashed across Athen's chest, but shallowly, and before it could be counterswung, Athen knocked it back with his own weapon. When Athen attacked and wounded Andis, the Hope of the Redoran was so surprised by being hurt for the first time in his life, he dropped his sword. The less said about the end of the battle, the better. Suffice it to say that Athen, wielding a simple club, battered Andis to death without spilling a drop of blood. Athen took his father's seat as counselor, and it was then said that the hope in the omen referred to Athen, not Andus. After all, had Andus not tried to take the counselor's seat away from his cousin Athen, being not very ambitious... Oh, sorry, let me reread that. After all, had Andus not tried to take the counselor's seat away from his cousin, Athen, not being not very ambitious, might have never tried to get it. It can certainly be argued that way, I suppose. Very interesting. I think Narathor sees this as a lesson, you know, he, being the champion of Azura, having some kind of destiny ahead of him, I think he takes this as a kind of lesson about humility. Even if you have some kind of special destiny ahead of you, supposedly, you should still be cautious and humble. Anyway, let's see here. What time is it? 10:27? Yeah, let's go ahead and rest for the night. Hopefully we don't freeze our butts off. With that being said, actually, let's do a quick save. All right. All right, let's sleep for a good 8 hours. That's the real fantasy in these games, sleeping for a full 8 hours. Ooh, we got a level. Hell yeah. I forgot what I forgot what I was supposed to invest in next. We're gonna say just Magicka. Magicka is always a good bet. Let's see here. What's this? Daedric blessings are twice as strong. Oh, actually, that sounds good. That sounds like good role playing shit for what you call it? For us as a worshipper of Azura. I'm very tempted to grab that. Very, very tempted. Augmented shock also sounds good. Okay, you know what? I gotta do that. I think that's really good. That is really good. Okay, thank God we're not freezing our asses off. Alright. Let's have a seat by the fire and enjoy some... Actually, yeah, let's have a seat by the fire and enjoy some breakfast if I can get up there. Very good. And Caden is still just having difficulties. To no one's great surprise. Let's have some cheese. Cheese, Gromit. Okay. Wonderful. We're feeling good. Alright, let's be off. Oh, Caden. You sweet summer child. Let's go this way. Wait a minute. I can make Caden carry stuff. I just remembered. Hell yeah. What's the most valuable shit? Caden, I have things for you to carry.
Are you holding up all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I need to trade some things.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, here. You carry this shit and this shit. You're putting them on?
Till later then.
Really? But your stuff is so much cooler looking. Why would you do that? Oh, well, whatever. Okay. So do we want to make our way back to Winterhold? We do have a lot of stuff to sell off. This much is true. Oh, before I forget, I should make a note of dropping off Hope of the Redoran. Note made. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Yeah, we do have a lot of stuff to get rid of. A lot of stuff to get rid of, indeed. Plus this head. I don't want to be wandering around with this head if I can help it. So yeah, okay, let's just go back to Winterhold. As curious as I am about the lighthouse that we came by, I think we should probably just... I think the best thing would be to make our way over. Let's go ahead and cut through this way, this time around. Let's have our spells at the ready, just in case we encounter something nefarious. Oh yeah, seeing the statue of Azura reminds me, I should say a prayer to her. We'll get that bonus. Hell yeah. Okay, so what's the benefit since it's stronger for us? Ooh, magic is increased by 50. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was really good. That is a really good perk to have, for sure. We haven't been this way before, so I will keep this, even if nothing super interesting happens, I'm still going to keep this part of the journey in the episode, because this is, you know, we haven't taken this route before, so we're going to keep it in. Ooh. And this is why we're keeping it in, because we might see interesting shit along the way. Very nice. Well, if we're gonna make more money, I'm wondering... maybe we should spend some time in Whiterun. If we're gonna make money, let's at least spend it doing it somewhere warmer than this, right? Or maybe... I don't know. I think going to Whiterun is a sound plan. Honestly, if we, you know... I don't think Nerithor was a fan of the cold. The wolves over there. Let's just take them out. Why not, right?
Kinda. Fuck! Die already!
Look at Grandpa Brainos go. Hell yeah. Nice job, Grandpa Brainos.
Very well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see what we got. It's not really worth a lot. Yeah, part of me wants to spend some time in Whiterun and, see if we can make some money over there, where it's... You see, this is exactly why, because it's bloody cold here, right? It's fucking bloody cold here, and we don't fucking need that. Going down this way would probably lead us to that expedition again, and this looks interesting. Wow. I still have no idea what those are. This is now speaking out of character completely. I still have no idea what those things are. I know that the mods add them in, and you need some kind of item to do something with them, but I have no fucking clue. Maybe we'll find out in this playthrough. Who knows? But yeah, I have no idea what that's about. Aside from the fact that it's Dwemer and it looks neat. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and get a closer look at it. Bye, Grandpa Brainos. Thanks for the help. Not worth it. Yeah. That looks super cool. I have no idea what it's for, though. We need some kind of item, but it's not something that we have, so... It looks like something should come out of these, right? Yeah, I have no idea what this is for. Well, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a short break here just to get a little more coffee. And we'll just... What's that sound? Is that just... Let's hear something. We'll just leave... So we'll take a break here so I can get some coffee, and we'll leave Nerithor just kind of staring at this thing, because it looks neat. Alright. Coffee has been acquired. I heard an ice wraith. Where the fuck is it? Let's make sure that we have our opening spells ready. Ready with Grandpa Brainos and Oak Flesh. Oak Flesh does seem to be lasting us a while, which is nice. Alright, we see a wolf over there, but I know I heard an ice wraith. There it is.
And so it begins.
Over here.
What? Oh yeah, okay. I got freaked out for a second there. That was Grandpa Branos. Oh, I missed completely. God, these fuckers are hard to hit. Sorry, Grandpa.
Give up.
Got him. Alright, these things are pretty valuable relative to how much they weigh. I may not even sell the Ice Wraith Essence because that's just, you know, that's basically just a frost resistance potion. Albeit a weak one, but still good to have, right?
Didn't know magic could be that pretty.
Alright, I may just blast these wolves from afar, honestly. Let's get the big one first. What's going on? There we go.
What the fuck is that?
Damn it, he's so fast.
What now?
Alright. Where's the tiny one? Damn it. Got him. Oh no, Grandpa Branos! Hey, nice job.
Screw you.
I love how he's belligerent to the fucking wolves. That's great. That's right, cuss out the wildlife. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
For the love of Talus, what is it now?
Oh shit. What happened to my spell? Where'd my spell go? What the fuck? What the actual fuck, man? Okay, anyway. We got him, that's what matters. I could use a little bit of health, though. Well, you know what? Let's just drain this wolf up here. Alright, Wolfie. There we go. And it went flying. That's always satisfying. Great. Back to third person. Alright, well, we're getting to familiar territory again. Oh, something... There's a dude over there. Oh, and he died. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys can see that, but, that was a little freaky. Let's do a quick save. I don't like that. A little bit of delay with the sound there. That's alright. Bye-bye, wolf. Whee! Hell yeah. For anyone who's wondering, these particular spells that combine the three elements were added by Bethesda in the Anniversary Edition of Skyrim. So, yeah, very cool, very handy spell. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. All right. Where's that man who died? Where's his body? What killed him? There he is. What killed you, friend? Who even are you?
Still don't understand how
A
you
treasure
can
hunter, huh?
and see yourself where you are. What kind of witchcraft is that?
God damn it. Note from a treasure hunter. I'm close to finding
Nasty way to go.
the blessed iron sword. I've tracked it down to gutted mine. It's apparently guarded by a master vampire. Oh, well, that sounds terrifying. But we will track it down, because I am... You know, I like loot.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Check your
Take
gear.
what you need.
I'm a little weighed down, friend, so you're gonna have to carry something for me. Actually, could you carry the woodcutter's axe? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. We are getting kid chilly, so we should probably... Where is gutted mine, anyway? Huh? What? Don't tell me it's in fucking, Solstheim. It might be in Solstheim. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Well, I'm not going back to Solstheim anytime soon, so it's gonna be a while before we even touch that. Okay, let's... No more fucking around. Let's go ahead and get over to Whiterun. Not Whiterun, Winterhold. But yeah, I think spending some time in Whiterun might be a good way to make some coin. Not to mention, you know, it's a warmer climate than this, and yeah, we will have to live here for a while for our magical studies, but if we, you know, why spend more time here than we have to? Why bother with that, right? Let's go visit the blacksmith, I think. Alright. Hello, Mr. Blacksmith. I have stuff to sell. Caden, I need stuff.
The College of Winterhold, hoarder of all knowledge and secrets across Skyrim. I wonder what twisted experiments those mages get up to in there.
I like the way you said mages. Well, it used to be a point of pride for this hold.
Perhaps once, when its scholars had more reason to be trusted. I'll credit them this much. They're not like the Synod in Cyrodiil. Bunch of power scavengers from what I've seen.
Do you have something against magic? I mean, you do know that I use magic, right? You've seen the fireballs flying from my fingers, right?
Magic users. Aye. Have you seen what Higravens do to their captives? Or heard how warlocks will capture a man's soul inside a stone when they kill him? Too many people meddling with forces they can't understand.
Well, I certainly don't condone using black soul gems, but magic can be used for good too. Healing, protection. Just like a sword can be used for bad, for evil, or good. Right? It all depends on the person using it.
A sword, then, is honest in its purpose. No trickery, no illusion. Not when it's cold steel at your throat.
Right, but it's cold steel in your skull. In the end, they're doing this, you know, they're doing the same thing. You're killing with it. And don't pretend like you can't deceive with a sword too. Don't pretend like feints and all that and trickery are impossible with swordplay. Don't pretend. I was raised in House Redoran. I know the basics. I'm not an idiot.
And in the sharpness of your tongue.
All right. Anyway, I need to get some things from you.
Take what you need.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck you. You can keep the hood. It looks good on you. And actually, I like that. Now that he's made his disdain of magic clear, I like the irony of him wearing the necromancer hood. Okay.
All right.
Hello, good sir. What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Okay, let's see here. We're going to use the silver to make something new. Alright, great. That'll do me.
Good day.
Thank you.
It's been a brutal winter. I can't remember the last time
Yeah.
it was this cold and for this long.
It's pretty damn cold. I don't know how you North can stand it. Great. Okay, let's go ahead and make some
Looks to be
jewelry.
Another cold day.
No shit. Value. Let's make this, and let's make that. Fantastic. All right, we can sell those off for a little bit of coin. All right, let's go ahead and talk to the steward and claim our reward. Oh, hey, he's outside. Perfect. Greetings, brother elf. Even though I don't like you that much.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers.
The bandit leader at Snowpoint Beacon is dead by my hand, and I'm here for the bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
500 gold. Okay, that's a decent sum. Thank you so much.
Safe travels.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sirrah. Okay, we're close to halfway there. Good. Yeah, I don't know how much work I want to do in this region. if I can help it. I really do think that heading to Whiterun is the way to go. Doing some work down there. Plus, there's still that business that with the necromancers that we've been putting off forever. So, hi, Birna.
You wield Asura's star?
Yes, I do.
How can such a thing be possible?
Oh, it's a long, long story. What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
All right, let's see here. We got this. Selling for not a lot, but that's okay. Organized by type. I really should get rid of some of these. The stuff that I'm not using. This is a good one. These are kind of weak. I'll just get rid of them. Solution of mending. This is fine. Again, these are kind of weak. Might as well, right? This is 30%, 20%, 20%. Let's get rid of the 20% ones. Well, I don't know. Those are always good to have, you know? I mean, I could just drink a potion and increase my health, you know? How much is... Yeah, that's 40 health, and it's worth 24 gold. This is 50 health. Worth a lot less. Alright, let's get rid of the draft. I still haven't used this. Stone Flesh. That's a really good one. Let's get rid of the Ice Wraith Teeth for sure. I'm very tempted to sell these off, but they're useful, you know? I still want to hang on to that. Okay, well, I guess that'll do for now. Thank you, Birna.
Good day.
Good day to you as well. Kaden.
What's on your mind?
Let me check your gear.
All right.
Would you mind carrying our camping supplies? They're kind of weighing me down, man. Thank you. Very kind. Here, you know what? Fuck it. Take these two. And those, and those. Great. Here, have some arrows. And I think that should do it for now.
I've got your back.
Thank you. I know that you disagree with me on magic, but I appreciate you sticking by me nonetheless. Alright. Uh-oh. What? What? Why'd the... Okay, I don't know if it's cut out in the recording, but it's cut out in my... the game audio is cut out in my headset.
Damn faithless Imperials.
I'm gonna do a quick cut here. I'll be back. Well, that was strange. For some reason, my PC decided to just mute the sound of its own accord. It's fucking bizarre. Anyway, let's go ahead and head south. Get some warmer climates. I guess I could do this, but it's just so fucking boring. This is so boring. Oh, we still have to do this, huh? I completely forgot about that. What? I completely forgot about that. Well, well, I don't know where either of these places are. That's the problem. So, we're not going to worry about that, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and head south. See if we can find some work in Whiterun, somewhere warmer, you know? It'll make for a nice change of pace, I think. Alright, let's visit the inn real fast. Oh, you know, maybe we could just get a travel pack. I was gonna say maybe we could take a carriage, but maybe we could just buy a travel pack from the innkeeper and fast travel over to Whiterun. Why not? Yeah. Show off that bit of modded goodness.
We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Dagor, it's nice to see you again. Hope you're keeping well. I need to buy a travel pack. Are you selling any?
You need, drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
He is good. Let's just buy one for now.
See ya.
Thanks, friend. Honestly, that probably costs more than a carriage ride, but
Out of my way.
I guess we're paying for the convenience of doing it ourselves. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to justify that at all. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and fast travel to Whiterun. Should we just go directly inside the city? Or should we do it at the stables? Let's just go to the city, because otherwise I'm going to have to cut out more loading screens. Alright, we made it. We're a little chilly, but we're doing okay otherwise. A little hungry, of course, makes sense. Let's warm ourselves by this fire. Well, yeah, me too, man, me too. The inn is always a good place for work, so we'll probably stop off at the inn, maybe get a room too, and see if we can't pick up any jobs there. Yeah, I think that's a plan. Go to the inn, get a bite to eat, get a room, and chat up a few people, see if we can't pick up some work. I think that's a solid plan for now. You know, while we're here, maybe we will visit. Maybe we'll pay a visit to the palace up there, because the court wizard is there, and maybe he could teach us to enchant things. We've been putting it off for a long, long time, and since we've had to put off getting into the college, well, you know, I'm getting tired of putting off learning how to enchant. So we'll have to deal with that when we're up there, I guess. But yeah, Whiterun is nice enough for a Nord City. Still not sure about the wood construction, but, oh well. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? A fire-breathing dragon attacks the city? I mean, come on. No way that could ever happen. Haven't seen dragons in forever. Alright. Well, these people are clogging up the way in, so I guess we'll just wait for them all to get inside, huh, Caden? Yeah. Okay. We're next in line, don't cut. I said we're next in line, don't cut, don't cut. Great. Perfect.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
I will, thank you. Caden,
What do you need?
how about we rest here?
This is a local
Aye.
one of the first songs I ever learned.
Thank you, friend.
Ragnar the Red. Oh, there
All right,
once was a hero
let's talk to the
named
innkeeper.
Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun
How are
from
we doing over here?
Instead.
Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both?
And the braggart did swagger and brandish
Why,
his
yes,
blade as he
Holger.
told of bold
I'll
battles
have
in
4
Rome
bottles of
and
wine
May.
with juniper berries, 7 bottles of Alto, and a venison with bitter green sauce.
Are you
Maiden
joking?
Matilda who said,
About wine? Never. In fact, forget the venison.
drink all our mead.
All right,
Now I
then.
think it's
Hello,
time
Hulda.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook?
Yeah, have you got anything for
Drink
sale?
for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Let's get a bottle of wine.
I'm sorry, Cinder.
Thank you.
but I'm drunk, and I
Do you have a room?
You have to say.
Sure thing, it's yours for a day.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here.
Charge you with disturbing the Jarl's peace.
Nice inn you have here. It looks pretty busy.
And I'll charge
Thanks.
you with murder.
I've had more visitors than ever, so I'm a busy woman. Too much work to be done. So, what's your story?
I'm just a traveler.
Blessings upon you, traveler.
Thank you.
Anything I can help you with? A drink or a room, perhaps?
I mean, you already gave me a room, so let's see here.
Road patrols were cut in half because the
No option to get work? Really?
Now the
Huh.
bandits are bolder than ever.
Well, is there anything new happening around town?
Here, take a look
Oh,
at this.
okay.
Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Swords and armor instead.
A giant.
Maybe, but they wouldn't taste as
A
good as
giant.
fresh-baked pumpernickel.
You're kidding, right? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I'll show you to your room, right this way.
A giant. Are we ready to take on a giant? I don't think we are. Ode to the Tundra Striders. Deal with the giant outside Whiterun. Optional. Ask around town for alternate ways to deal with the giant. Huh. Interesting. To all able-bodied men and women of Whiterun Hold, the giants outside the city have a new chieftain who has been attacking and harassing travelers and traders. None has died
it's
as of
work
yet,
you're looking
but it
for,
is likely just a matter of time.
Hulda's the one to talk to.
As we have seen before, after dealing with the chieftain, the rest of the clan will fall in line. The court offers a reward for any man or woman willing to accomplish this feat. Okay, well maybe we can find an alternative way to deal with a giant aside from violence, because I don't really fancy our chances of killing a giant. Not at this level, anyway. So we'll see if there's another way to deal with this. Nice room, actually. Roomy, spacious. Definitely beats the accommodations that we had at New Nisa's Corner Club and the I forget what the place is called over in Winterhold, but that place, you know what I mean. Certainly beats all that. So you know what? I'm rather pleased with these accommodations. Let's oh shit, Arachnia, you're making life
Sadia.
Yes, Mum?
more difficult.
We're running low on the Blackbriar mead. In a couple of days, I'll have you make a run, fetch some more.
Okay, well that worked.
Of course, Mum.
Let's see who else we can talk to.
Need something?
Sadia, wake up, dear.
Greetings.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst.
Someone giving you trouble?
That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying
You mean where we are right now?
conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh.
What if I talk to him?
If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though.
Maybe a beating. So, do you know of any way to deal with giants without having to fight them, preferably?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, well,
You want
thanks
a drink?
anyway.
Now, please, no more questions.
I wasn't asking questions, whoever you are. I presume that's the bard. I don't know if we want to deal with him just now. Hello there.
You lost?
Nope. Do you work here?
And why shouldn't I?
Oh.
Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't mean I can't earn my own keep.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Strangers are nothing but trouble.
Well, thanks a lot. Okay, let's talk to this woman. She looks interesting.
How can I help you?
What's your deal? Angie the Songbearer. Interesting name. Are you a bard?
That's right. I wander from city to city to inspire tomorrow's warriors with songs of yesterday's valor.
Okay. I think it would be rude of me to make a request of her, considering there's another bard already playing, but what training do you
I
have?
train as a skald, but I take no sides in this war. Whether you are a Stormcloak or an Imperial, it matters not. We are all sons of Skyrim.
I don't really know what a skald is. I'm not from here. Okay.
There once was a hero named Ragnar the
Well,
Red,
good talk.
riding to Whiterun from old Warwick's stead.
I guess you're the server that was
If
talking
it's
to us
work
earlier.
you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
Yeah, Hulda dedefinitely had a job for us. Wasn't what I expected by any means. Whoops, sorry. Hello there.
You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
Do you have a poison that could take out a giant?
No, let's, not talk about this anymore, okay?
Okay, well, alright.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles?
Are you a healer?
Got something for that.
Are you a healer?
Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed.
Have you not been charging for that? Have you not been charging? What? How do you feel about the war?
These Stormcloaks are nothing more than an armed mob. This war won't last much longer.
Okay. Huh. Alright. Well,
Don't forget to see me at my shop sometime. Arcadia's Cauldron.
yeah, sounds good.
From scryer to squire. Mine.
But this land is ours, and we'll
Okay, sad old man.
of the scourge that has
Well,
sullied our hopes.
Let's go ahead and rest for the night. We're gonna need it if we're gonna try to deal with a bandit. Or not a bandit, a giant, I should say. Yeah. But, let's go ahead and take a seat. Maybe there's somewhere we can sit out. Here, up here? Yeah, there is. I don't want to sit next to a child. I don't want to sit in front of a grumpy old man. Well, I guess the child won't hurt. I don't want to do another session of reading, but I do want to do a little bit of... Well, have we eaten? We have not even eaten yet. That's how silly of me. Let's see here. Let's have... Let's have a little stew, maybe? Yeah, let's have some stew. Or beef pie, that sounds good too. Let's actually have some goat roast. Nah, that's okay. We don't have a table directly in front of us. And where's the wine we just bought? There it is. Great. Let's actually crack open that spell tome, Soul Split. We'll just study it for a few hours. All right.
Spare a coin for a fellow who's down on his luck.
Let's go ahead
Spend
and...
it on drinks at the Bannered Mare. If it's food you need, ask for that instead.
Never you mind then. I'll find a more charitable soul.
That's what I thought.
Isn't that what you're here to do? You were here to do? Spend your coin on drinks here? Alright, whatever. Don't police what he's gonna do with the money, if you're just gonna do the exact same fucking thing. Alright, let's have a rest.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings, on the day of...
Alright. Oh, hello there. You dreamt of yourself astride a giant bird of prey, circling over the landscape at a dizzying height. Your eyes picked out shapes far below. Building, beasts, men, and more. With a shift of your posture, the bird you rode stooped into a dive, aimed arrow true at a mighty mammoth wandering the tundra. Your bird extended its talons, grasped, and all were left to look on in wonder as you bore away your prey. That's crazy. It's a wild fucking dream. Dream of hunts. What effect did that have? Archery skills increased. That's useless to me. Oh, female high elf. Can you not?
If you're looking for the good wizard, you'll find him.
Move. Hi, Kaden.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh, I could have asked some questions. Maybe some other time. We gotta get going.
I will help and protect you.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Alright, well, should we deal with this bard now? No, actually, what Nerithor really wants to do is head up to the palace at the top of the hill and see the court wizard. Maybe he can teach us how to enchant things. Maybe we'll finally learn how to do that today.
People who force their affections on others against their will are utterly pathetic. If you don't thrash him, can I?
Well, let's try to scare him a little bit first, but we're not going to deal with that just now. Wow. Alright. Nerithor's starting to see the charm of Whiterun. Not so sure about that screaming preacher over there, but, you know. It is a nice day, isn't it?
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword.
Bloody hell, it's warm.
I know, it's nice, right?
Foot outside that gate.
I was just curious to see how much gold we had. 1,303.
Saphir. Wait. Hello, friend.
What were you two arguing about just then?
My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
You need any help finding it?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
Sure, I'll look for it. Why not? I take it you're not from Skyrim.
No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common then.
Quite right.
No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since.
Your wife did seem rather upset that you have this habit of wandering.
My wife's a good woman. She can be a little hard-headed sometimes, but I love her just the same.
Alright, what do you do for work?
I'm a mercenary. You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing right now, just to pay the bills, but, Have you ever thought about joining with the Legion or the Stormcloaks? Given your talents, you could probably do well as a soldier.
Got a loving wife, my daughter, and a patch of land to call my own. What more can a man ask for?
Fair enough.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Good for you. Well then, we'll talk later, I guess.
We, not the elves or their toadies, will rule Skyrim
Alright.
forever.
God, that man is loud. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can visit the court wizard. Maybe he can teach us something. This is rather impressive. Very impressive, actually. I just noticed that we're a little hungry. That's okay. We'll eat something a little later on. Bless you, Caden. Fantastic. All right. Wow. This is the most impressive
Have you reconsidered
court I've ever seen, actually.
I haven't changed my mind if that's what you're asking.
That must be the
Don't
Jarl.
leave Whiterun defenseless, even for a day.
Huh. His bodyguard seems to be a dark elf.
The legions, just for a few days, it could tip the scales in the Empire's favor. The companions can help protect the city.
This looks like a court wizard's office, if I've ever seen one.
Nonsense. We are short on guards as it is.
Oh, there he is.
We lose half our men. The Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild will have the run of the city.
Let's have a chat
Stormcloaks will be the least of our worries.
with him. Maybe he can tell us about enchanting.
The answer is
Hello there.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
No, I was actually hoping you could teach me a little bit about enchanting.
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchant.
I've learned quite a few.
Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too.
I see.
Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin.
Well, I'm trying to save some money right now, but thank you for the offer. For now, thank you for the primer. I think I can figure it out from here. Okay. So, he said we need to pick an item. Let's see here. Only 6%, huh? And I assume that's with our strongest possible... Yeah.
How in oblivion does any of this work?
Maybe we could... Maybe we should enchant our mace. Oh, that's actually not bad. It's pretty good. That's a pretty strong enchantment, all things considered. That's not too strong, though. 12% resistance is not bad.
You know, I could try my hand at learning some of this. Can't be too complicated.
Shock damage sounds really cool to add to the mace. Honestly, that sounds pretty neat. Yeah, let's do that for now, because we don't really have a super good soul gem. And, I mean, greater is nothing to sneeze at, but as far as enchanting armor, it's not that great. But, you know, a little 10 extra points of shock damage on a mace sounds pretty good to me for now. What should we name it?
Nicely done.
Let's just keep it simple for now. We'll call it a steel mace of... oh, shit. Of Yeah, we'll just say shocks. Ugh, that's weird. Okay. I really need to rebind that. I don't know if I can, but I really need to rebind the whole bestiary thing to something else. Steel Mace of Shocks works. Great. Fantastic. Our first enchanted item. Hell yeah. Why can't I... There we go. No, I didn't want to sit down. Oh my god. Bizarre. There we go. Does it have any... Oh yeah, it does. It shimmers a little bit. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, well, I think this is a pretty good place to end things, having learned how to enchant items. Next time, I think we'll go ahead and try to deal with this giant, and maybe try to find this family sword at White River Watch. Where is that? Oh yeah, we also deal with the bard. White River Watch. Okay, yeah. So we'll deal with those things next time. Oh, there's the giant. Oh my god, way over there. Ugh. I'm a little scared. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely talk to more townsfolk and see what they think of, if they have any other opinions on how we might deal with the giant. But for now, we're gonna call things here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.